Hey YouTube, I'm here today to give you guys a church yard sale haul and a flea market haul, and today is June 1st, 2014. I found some really cool stuff today, or in this past weekend, and I thought maybe I'd show it to you guys. I think I'm going to do my videos a bit different now. What I'll do now is I'm going to show you guys all the stuff that I got that I'm going to keep and put up, and then I'm going to show you guys the eBay stuff, so we'll do that in two separate spurts in this one video. I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is this really cool 1950s aluminum Christmas tree topper. I thought it would actually go onto a tree. Oops, sorry for the glare. But unfortunately, because it doesn't look like it would fit onto a tree, so what the previous owner did, whoever donated this, they put I think that's a picture holder, and they used it to hang it up, so I guess I'll just take some string and probably crazy glue it in there so I can hang it up at Christmas time. These came with some ornaments, but I wasn't very fond of the ornaments that it came with, so I'm going to put those online with that, and they're not vintage either, so I didn't want them. This was $5, and all the branches were there. There's tiny, and I know you guys are probably thinking the branches you bought, or that came with this one, they're not the same as the other one. When they did the aluminum Christmas trees in the 50s and 60s, they were made with regular, like the ones you saw with my antique store haul back in December. They made regular branches, and these ones are called pom-pom branches. As you can see, they kind of look like pom-poms. I apologize that they're so shiny, but the flash is making them shine. Definitely when you go to church sales, be on the lookout for vintage Christmas items. I mean, you never know what you'll find with those. I got lucky, and I love the aluminum Christmas trees. I really don't understand why, I just do. They're really cool. And yeah, $5. Gonna beat that for this. Alright, the next vintage Christmas item that I'm going to show you guys that I didn't think was vintage at all until I actually took a look at it is this Santa Claus here. Really cool. He definitely screams old. I think he's probably from the 50s. I don't know if this is a mistletoe or not, but he just came with it. I think it kind of makes it look cool. And as you can see, I paid only $3 for him. And the reason I knew he was old when I looked at him is if you look at what he's made of, if you look at that, I mean, you don't see Santas made like that anymore. It's very squishy material, but it holds together. And even the face, if you look at the face, you can just see that he screams old and all his hair's all over the place. But definitely a 40s, 50s piece. He's going to look great with all of my vintage Christmas stuff. Again, when you see Santa Clauses, like even at estate sales and church sales and thrift shops, be on the lookout and see what the markings on the Santa Claus are. See if you see Japan or Hong Kong, USA. And even if you see a bunch of Christmas stuff, even if it looks new at an estate sale, definitely go through it, because if it's a huge box full of Christmas items, you may peel back the layers each time that you dig through. Like, for example, all the vintage Halloween stuff that I have. Most of that stuff, I think the first house we went into when I first found those, they were buried at the bottom, and it had a bunch of new modern Halloween stuff at the top. And I just thought, okay, you know what, it's a bunch of new stuff, not even gonna bother. But then, you know, I thought we were in a house that the people had owned it for probably 50 plus years, so I thought, why not just go to the bottom, see if I can find anything. That's where I found the Cat in the Moon, the Witch, and the Jack-o'-lanterns. So you don't be afraid to dig through stuff, even if it looks new and you don't think you'll find anything new. Don't be afraid to dig. A lot of people are afraid to dig. Please don't. Alright, and the last piece from the church yard sale that I found that I thought was kind of cool was this 1986 Thanksgiving turkey. I didn't know I don't usually typically buy things from the 1980s, but a lot of people from the 80s nowadays are trying to get back what they had as kids, but this is actually not for sale. This is a part of the keepsakes. He's gonna go up on my toy shelf. I don't know how I'll get him up there, but because I got a lot of stuff up there already, but I'll manage to get him up there somehow. He was $1. I thought that was kind of cool. Or maybe he was less than $1 because I got like 8 things for $2. But definitely be on the lookout for vintage toys like this, because a lot of people from the 80s now are trying to get back what they used to have. So definitely be on the lookout. Alright. I found a lot of holiday stuff this past weekend, which I think is really cool because you guys know I like the vintage holiday stuff. Alright, these next 2 items are absolutely cool. These are vintage Eureka Halloween items. You have a ghost, I guess that kind of resembles Casper, and then you have a nice witch right here. They don't have a date on them, but they do have... They are marked Eureka, made in USA. They are ripped a little bit and they're scuffed up, but they're probably from the 60s, so I mean, I don't expect mint. And these are both really, really cool. They're not embossed, unfortunately, but that's okay. They're pretty old still, though. Let me see, I think Eureka was posted on, yep. Eureka is right there. Definitely, like I said before, definitely dig at estate sales and flea markets. I found these buried under a bunch of new holiday stuff. Like, honestly. Dig. Don't be afraid. And I think, let me see, what were these? I bought, let's see, I bought something, I think I paid like probably $1 something a piece for these, because I bought probably 6 things for $5, so that's like $1 something a piece. You can't beat that. Alright, and the last piece of keepsake antiques is this piece right here. I know you're probably thinking, an angel? Really? But this is actually one of those birthday angels that a lot of people would collect. I think this one's probably from maybe the 50s, 60s. I've looked them up on eBay. The ones that are valuable are actually made by Lifton. I don't think this is Lifton, but it is marked... Oh, Japan goes that way. It is marked made in Japan. Not occupied Japan, but it's made in Japan. I think this is made by Napco. I don't know for sure. I have to look it up. I didn't see any of them. I think I saw one that had just the flowers in it. But they made a bunch of them like with Easter and stuff. And my birth month, for all of you that want to know, is April. They did have one for November, and I was going to buy it, but it was cracked in all kinds of places, and I don't buy things that are broken for the most part. So yeah, I think this was same thing. This was like $1.50 or something. So I'm gonna put that out with all of my vintage memorabilia that I have. It's kind of cool, I think. Even though it is got flowers and it's floral, but you know what? I'm an April baby, so hey, why not? Alright, and that concludes everything that I got for keepsake items. Now I guess I'll get to the items that I'm going to resell on eBay. Alright, I guess I'll show you the first things that I bought today. One of the first things that I thought would make me some really good money is this. This is I think it's from the 50s. It's milk glass. It's made of milk glass. And on the bottom, let me see if I can get that in for you. It's marked Hoppy. I think that was Hopalong Cassidy's nickname. I don't know for sure. Apologize if it's not staying in focus. And the graphics are in nice condition, I think. I mean, I don't see any really big pieces missing or any scratches off of it. So, dinner milk. Hoppy says, milk with dinner sure tastes well, and what's more, it keeps you well. I don't like to drink milk. I'm not a milk drinker. I'm more of a cheese, yogurt kind of guy, but you know what? That's alright. Anything with, famous TV show people on it gets people to buy it. I paid $5 for this glass, and I'm hoping to at least double my money on it, or maybe just make a little bit more than that. There's no cracks or chips or anything in it, which I think is cool. somebody who likes the vintage Hopalong Cassidy stuff will definitely like to buy this. Alright, and the next thing that I want to show you that came from that same dealer is this. I thought this was really, really cool. This is a Blondie Paint Set, and it is, let's see if I can get it all in here. So it's marked Made in the USA by the American Crayon Company in Sandusky, Ohio, and then ... New York. And then it's made by the corporation in 1952, Kingfisher Syndicate Inc. Inside is not looking so great. The paint's all used and the picture's all messed up and everything. But that's okay, because I bet I can probably get more than what I paid for it. One of these in mint condition sold for $15.50. I think I'm gonna ask $6 or $7 for this, or start the bidding out at $6 or $7. But I think that's all I'll probably get for it. But yeah, if you like the Blondie comics from the 50s, this just might be for you. Alright, and these next items, I don't know if they're vintage. I think they are because they're all metal. I assume this is a pair of 1970s sunglasses. They're all metal, and they're big, and they're kind of goofy looking. I don't know. I don't know how old they are, but everything's metal. I think the lenses are either plastic because they're only sunglasses. They're not glass. I think, let's see, I paid $5 for 4 things, so this is about $1 something a piece, $1 something. I think I'll start these out at maybe $4 or $5, see where I go with them. I don't know if they're vintage or not. If anybody can let me know if they're vintage or not, let me know in the comments section. Or, excuse me, that didn't sound right. If anybody can give me an identification on whether these are vintage or not, I would definitely like to know. So, please let me know in the comments section. Alright, and this next item I think is going to make me a lot of money. This came from the same dealer. This is a really cool yellow Tiki Cup. And there's no cracks or anything, and let's see. There's no cracks, if you hear that. There's no cracks. And it's extremely detailed. And the one thing that you have to look for when you buy these Tiki glasses is you need to look on the bottom. I got lucky with this one. This one says, Orchid of Hawaii, Japan. Definitely look for the Tiki glasses that are made in Japan. Those will bring you more money. I think this was also $1.25. I paid, yeah, it was $5 for 4 items. Yeah, definitely be on the lookout for made in Japan Tiki glasses. Those will bring you a good amount of money, especially if you got it for as cheap as I did. Alright, this next item I think is actually pretty cool, but I was going to keep it, but seeing as though it's missing a lot of stuff, I decided not to. This is a really cool tin toy. It is a bear sewing. He would go up and down, or she would go up and down sewing as the battery. It's battery operated. Nothing really wrong with it, except the bottom is in dire need of repair, and I need to get another plate right there for the battery. But it is very old. If you look, let's see, is it right here? It says trademark modern toys, and it's made in Japan. The price on here says, I know it says $5 on it, but I asked girl who's working there if she'd take 4 because it was missing a bunch of stuff, and she said yes. It is missing its eyes, and it is missing the bottom, as you could see. I think I'm going to put this on for $10 and see where I go for it. Someone could probably use it for parts or something like that. I don't know. I just need to make some money on it. That's all I need to do. Alright, and this last item is actually really, really cool. And I'm glad that I got it. Alright. This is I think it's 1960 action baseball game board, and it's made of metal and wood. It's really, really cool, and it's very detailed and very colorful. This was $5, and I looked these up on eBay. I think one sold for $15. I'm going to start this out at $10 just so I make some money off of it. I think this would look great in like a man cave or a sports bar, especially if you like the vintage motif. This would look great in your bar. Yeah, I would definitely put this in a bar if I had one. And anyway, that's everything I've gotten for the weekend of May 31st and June 1st, 2014. Be on the lookout for this game board, the tiki glass, the glasses, the paint set, the Hopalong Cassidy milk glass, and this old teddy bear toy. Also, even though they're not vintage, I'm going to mention these anyway. At the same churchyard sale, I bought a bunch of Build-A-Bear bears, and I think I paid $2 for like 6 of them, because the other things that I bought were not vintage, and neither of those, but I'm going to start those out at probably $5 a piece, so be on the lookout for all this stuff right here and a bunch of Build-A-Bear bears. So yeah, thanks for everyone who watches. Please remember, if this is your first time on my channel, to rate, comment, and subscribe. And be on the lookout for future haul videos. Thank you for watching.